This conference will now be recorded.
There we go. I'm Russ Willey, the Community Development Director for the City of St. Peter. Tonight is Wednesday, June 8th. It's about 5:36 p.m. This is a special meeting of the Heritage Preservation Commission, a continuation of the meeting from last Tuesday evening. I will call the meeting to order, and you have been presented the agenda. Would anyone make a motion to approve the agenda? And again, please state your name when you would do that.
Emily so moves to approve the agenda.
We have a motion by Bruflat. Is there a second?
I second it. This is Judy.
All right, we have a motion and a second. If there's any discussion, I just ask you to have something to say. If not, I will call the roll call, and I will start with Member Bruflat.
Aye.
And Member Bergerman, I don't see him with us today. Member Oviatt.
Aye.
Member Douglas.
Aye.
I'm going to call you, Joe, but I don't know if we're going to be able to hear you. So if not, Chairman Potts.
Aye.
We have an agenda. We had no new business to conduct. The unfinished business from last Tuesday meeting was a continuation of the discussion regarding the Marcy and Jamie Lorentz plans for the old fire station at 314 South 3rd Street. You were asked for some literature regarding the windows that would be presented on the front facade on the second floor. And Jamie had checked with Schmitz, and they didn't have the traditional literature, but we did include it. Caller 3, is that you, Terry?
I called in.
Oh, it's Joe. Okay, Joe, you're going to have to mute your phone, Ben.
But then you can't do.
There you go. I was able to mute him. I'll open him up here when we get to the discussion. So we were able to provide a picture of the window, the 3-unit window, the single casement. The window that is shown, it would not have that vertical element in the middle of the window panes. So it would be a 1/1. For egress purposes, we need a minimum width of one of the panels of 36 inches, and it needs to be a total of 5.7 square feet then. So it's like 36 by 22 or something of that nature, gets that 5.7 feet. So there was discussion on, would the 3 windows be symmetrical, or would they need to be altered to provide for the egress when there would be apartments placed up there. Jamie, you want to comment on those windows that in the and also for egress, it can't be any more than 44 inches off of the floor. So those would be the egress requirements. I'd ask Jamie to comment, or Marcy, and then I'll open it up to questions from the commission members.
You know, as looking at the pictures, you know, it is going to appear very close to the original windows. I mean, they're a little bit thinner in the center pieces, but it's going to appear to look the same when it's all done on the front.
Yep, and I should note that I did provide a picture from the Historical Society of the fire station as it was originally built. I'm going to open it up for questions regarding the window, and I'm going to start with Brian.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. So going back to the 3 windows that are the same, is that the case? The picture that was provided was not of or a plan of what you're planning on putting there, but it said it's substantially similar. Can you tell me what the rough dimensions of the 3 windows are going to be in that top opening above the front?
I don't have the dimensions. They're all equal. That's what you guys asked for. So they're all equal.
Okay, okay,
Yep, and that would be very reminiscent of the photo of the original building.
okay. Well, that
Other
satisfies me on that. Yep.
Okay, Joe?
I got the mouse back.
Oh, okay, good. So you have questions regarding the windows, Joe?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Ms. Bruflat?
No questions on the window. I just wanted to say that, you know, last week and this week, both, just this information, the proposal looks great. I think it's a substantial improvement from what it was before, and you're putting a big investment into this building, and I think that that is remarkable, and so I have no problem approving this.
Thank you. Chairman Potts?
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think I'd echo what Emily said, especially because I think your project will restore a building that's pretty important to the historical heritage of downtown St. Peter. And I know it's a very big undertaking financially, so I have to say I very much appreciate that investment that you're making. I'm okay with the windows. It was hard for me to understand last week, and it's much clearer with a picture. And I understand that in the summertime, it's hard to get all these ducks in a row, but I'm good with what's been shown tonight.
Thank you, Chairman Potts. Judy, do you have questions, comments?
I'm in agreement with what Larry said, and I'm fine with it.
Okay. The other note on the windows is, as we discussed, the windows on the south facade, the lower level, the two windows to the two most easterly windows, they do propose to change the symmetry of that window. Right now, you need a ladder inside the building to get it open. And so if they change the perspective, they should be able to get that open without any extraordinary methods. The other question that was kind of left unanswered at the last meeting then was the installation of the EIFS on the lower course of the brickwork underneath the sill of the majority, with the exception of that one window. And there was questions on how it would be finished off, how it would be tied into the building, and then the color. So the color is that sandalwood beige that we provided a sample. Well, Marcy and Jamie provided the sample, thank you. So I think the color is wholly appropriate. It's really an earth tone and a neutral color, and it should fit in well. As to the finish then, Marcy said, the contractor said, how do you want it? So I think it can either be a flat or it can be beveled, and Jamie and Marcy are proposing it be beveled at a 45-degree angle as it ties back into the building. But it would then be sealed with a transparent or invisible clear bead of caulk just to provide the finer weatherization. Jamie, do you have anything to add on that? Or Marcy, I'm sorry.
We're good as far as that. It is the two windows on the south in the office, and then there's one window on the north side. So there's actually three that we were proposed to lower that center so we can actually use these. Otherwise, there's no reason to put the windows in if you can't use them. You got to get a ladder out every time you want to open them, and that's where we're at right now. So.
Okay, I'm going to go around and ask if there's questions regarding the EIFS then that remain, and I'm going to start with you, Joe.
No, I don't. The EIFS is fine.
Okay, Emily.
No further questions.
Chairman Potts. Judy.
I'm good.
And we have a caller forward. Is that Terry?
I finally got through. I don't know. I had a terrible time getting it to go through tonight.
Sure, sorry about that. Did you have any questions about the EIFS, Terry?
No.
Okay, and then Brian.
No further questions.
Okay. There didn't seem to be a lot of questions regarding the replacement of the marine plywood with the tin on the front opening. Would anyone be inclined to make a motion regarding Lorentz's planned project to authorize the installation of the windows as presented, the installation of the ephes to the lower course of the lower level windows with the sandalwood beige with the tapered edge at 45 degrees, and then the replacement of the plywood with that the tin material.
Emily so moves.
We have a motion by Bruflat. Is there a second to the motion?
Oviatt seconds.
We have a second by Brian Oviatt. I'm going to go around real quick and ask if there's any further discussion, and I'll start with you, Emily.
Nothing to add.
Chairman Potts. Mr. Bergman.
No.
Judy.
I have no questions.
Brian.
I have nothing.
Joe.
I have nothing further.
Okay, I will do a roll call vote. I believe everybody is familiar with the motion, and I will start with Chairman Potts.
Aye.
Emily Bruflat.
Aye.
Brian Oviatt.
Aye.
Judy Douglas.
I approve.
And Joe.
I approve.
I forgot Terry. Terry.
I approve.
Very good. We have a motion for approval. Marcy and Jamie, any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Thank
Well, thank you for your patience and bearing with us. I do apologize. It was difficult getting the previous agenda out. I didn't know Marcy and Jamie were not going to be available today. I was trying to get it. My practice is a lot of times I'm asking a lot of questions on that day. So I apologize to the members to have to take another part of an evening from you, perhaps for not having my job done appropriately. So I have nothing else for the agenda. Would anyone make a motion to adjourn?
Oviatt makes a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, I got one. The obviously Cindy's not here. She's on vacation, everybody. So Emily, you made the motion for the approval of the project, right? And it was seconded by Brian. Okay, that's what I scribbled here, but I wanted to make sure. So we have a motion and a second to adjourn. I guess we'll do a quick roll call. Brian.
Aye.
Joe.
Aye.
Emily.
Aye.
Chairman Potts.
Joyfully aye.
Terry.
Aye.
And Judy.
Aye.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good evening. We'll plan on meeting the last Tuesday it'll be August. Maybe we can get together in person. We'll keep you informed, and I will have a revision of that fire station resolution for your consideration that would suggest it is an asset that should be preserved. So thank you all for your time.
Hey, Russ.
Yes.
Stay
Russ,
safe, everybody. Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I just wanted to say, Russ, that thanks for handling this so well. I know that this was a difficult thing over the week, and it's tough in the summertime especially, but it's worked out quite well. I think that project's going to be good, and I hope you'll feel free to consult with them as they go through various steps on it.
Very good. Thank you, Larry.
Okay.
I had one thing.
Oh.
Terry's got one thing. Is Emily still on?
Yep.
Okay. If they're really wanting to tear down that